cut my mom off from my baby after relentless harassment and toxic behavior, and now she's turned her guest room into a nursery, convinced she'll raise my child despite being banned. I am currently pregnant with my first child, and both my mom and stepdad have been terrible to me and my partner the entire time. They told us we would be unfit parents because we aren't married yet, and even screamed at my partner for knocking up their little girl, even though we planned the pregnancy. They would call him every day to harass him and even show up at his work, trying to convince him to leave me so I would have no choice but to move back in with them. It got worse as time went on. I finally decided to cut contact with them. Having a child is already a stressful time, and having them around to make it worse was not something I was okay with. My partner and I have gone through a lot with family drama over the past couple of years, and having this baby has been one of the most exciting things for us. If my parents can't be nice to my partner, then they don't get to see our baby. Plus, they are the kind of people who refuse to wear masks in public and actively choose to attend large gatherings with no social distancing, so them seeing a newborn is out of the question. One day, I sent my mom a very detailed email explaining why she is not allowed to be a part of my life anymore and will not be seeing her grandchild. To make things even better, I also noted that we will be moving across the country shortly after the baby is born to be closer to other family members. So not only is she cut off, but we are literally moving far away and never coming back. She responded by showing up at our house at 11 p.m., screaming outside our door about how it is her baby and she deserves to be there for it. I told her to leave, and eventually, she did. Months went by, and she would text me randomly asking about technical problems with her Wi-Fi router or something similar. These little things didn't mean much to me, so I sent her the information she needed. My cousin also had a virtual baby shower and accidentally sent my invitation to my mom's house, so my mom came by to give it to me. Things slowly reached a point where we were fairly amicable with each other, but I still stood my ground about our boundaries and nothing else had changed. She knew this. Then today, she sent me a video that blew my mind. She redecorated her entire guest room to be a nursery. It included a crib, a changing table, $400 worth of newborn clothes, a toy chest, a stroller, a car seat for her car. The list goes on. In the video, she was in tears saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe my baby is going to be here soon. This is where she will sleep, where I will change her little diapers, and these will be her toys." Is she psychotic? Her baby? Sleeping and living at her house? What? I immediately called her and reiterated that we are still moving across the country soon and that she will have no contact with the baby before that. Her response? "Oh, okay, we'll see about that." I am genuinely confused. What part of "you will have no contact with this baby" does she not understand or think will change in the next few weeks when the baby is born? Is she planning on stealing her from us? I am at a loss for words. Update 1 week later. So I gave birth about a week ago at home, and my partner and I are so happy with our new addition. We have been quarantined since the moment she was born, and our pediatrician recommended that we keep the baby home for at least 2 months to keep her safe from the virus. My mom called me after the birth, crying about how upset she was that I didn't invite her to be present for the birth and also to congratulate me on giving birth to her baby. She then asked when she could come to see her. My partner and I, after consulting with a lawyer, agreed that my mother could see her one time through a car window. There would be no touching or holding of any kind, just a simple viewing. I told her this, and her response was that she would let me know when she's available, and then hasn't said a word to me all week since. That works for me because I didn't want her to see the baby anyway. We just wanted to give her a chance. This morning, I got a voicemail from her asking me to go on a resort trip for the weekend. I am absolutely baffled by this. What is going on in her mind? I don't even know what to say. There is still a pandemic, and we are quarantining with the baby. I literally just gave birth a few days ago. We haven't spoken in months, and all of a sudden she expects me to just go on a vacation with her? She is not allowed to see the baby. Even if she just wanted me to go, I'm not leaving my newborn. I'm not going to take the baby away from her father for that long, just so my mom can hang out with her. We are set to move as soon as I'm cleared by my midwife. I am not responding to my mother, and I'm starting to think that she is either seriously trying to manipulate me or is just not right in the head. Probably a mix of both. I gave her a chance to see the baby on my terms, and she didn't take it, so that's her loss. Second update 1 year later. Since October, we finally moved out of that house and found an apartment. My husband and I both found amazing jobs, and our daughter, now 1.5 years old, is thriving. As of recently, I have had casual conversations with my mother, and living so far away from her has made it a lot easier to have a better relationship, though it could take years before she is ever allowed around our daughter. My mother-in-law lives in the same city as us and occasionally watches our daughter about once a month, but she usually has random men over while she's babysitting, and it makes me uncomfortable, but that's a different story. She and my husband are still working on their relationship, and I think it'll be a long time before any trust or respect is built back between them and between her and myself. My husband has really come out of his shell since the move, now that he's not having to be screamed at by his mother every time he leaves the bedroom. He spends more time with us, is more involved with the baby, and spends less time playing video games. Recently, he's been playing Elden Ring a lot, but honestly, who can blame him for that? We are focusing on spending more time doing fun things together and going on weekend trips with the baby when we can. I have been doing more things that make me happy, and he is more comfortable taking the baby for longer periods of time so I can take care of myself. I want to reiterate how thankful I am to everyone who has been involved in our story and has given such wonderful advice. It feels sad to say, but you all were truly all I had in a time that I would consider the hardest point of my life. I hope that my story at some point has helped others out there who might be dealing with similar situations know they are not alone. Looking back, I feel that everything that has happened has definitely pushed me to be more assertive, feel more comfortable setting boundaries, standing up for myself, and not being such a people pleaser. I think those qualities will help me be a better mom in the long run as well.